We've come from Chengdu to Xi'an, which is located in Shanxi province, to start our Silk Road trip. The city has a traditional feel with well-preserved Tang and Han culture, including the food. These hand-pulled noodles were our first meal in the city, and because of the addition of tomato, they had a flavour that was kind of similar to Italian beef ragu. Xi'an is a great spot for some historic sightseeing and has the largest well-preserved city wall from the Tang dynasty. You can follow it around the perimeter of the downtown area by foot or rent a bike to speed up the trip. There are also some beautiful gardens on the south entrance that are well worth strolling through. A lot of Chinese tourism activities are more exciting at night when they're all lit up, but this is one that really comes through during the day as well. Walking around is the best way to get a feel for a city, and when you've worked up an appetite, hotpot or huoguo in Chinese is sure to sort things out. If you're nervous about the language barrier, don't be, as a lot of modern Chinese restaurants offer QR code ordering and menus can be auto-translated using the Alipay app. If we're talking food in Xi'an, then you have to stop by the Muslim Quarter to try a range of Shanxi snacks. We visited during Ramadan and it was absolutely jam-packed. There are lots of alleyways you can stroll down selling trinkets, clothing and souvenirs. You'll see a lot of cumin lamb skewers and yangrou paomo, which is a lamb soup made with pieces of bread that become chewy like pasta. One snack that I can't go past is the roujiamo, which is a flat bun stuffed with either braised beef in the Muslim Quarter or fatty braised pork most other places. Remember how I said the attractions are better at night? Well, Everbright City is one of them. It's a very impressive mall that's right next to another similar attraction called Tang Paradise. We visited Tang Paradise in the daytime and there was basically no one there. We walked around and it was kind of cool to have the place to ourselves, but mostly things were shut, so I definitely recommend this for nighttime. After a big day of walking in that empty park, it was time to go home and pack our bags before we managed to squeeze in one last specialty dish. It's our last night in Xi'an tonight and we're heading out to get some noodles. We actually accidentally booked accommodation like 10 k's out of the city, but we're right next to this incredible noodle joint. This noodle shop popped up on my Gaode maps and we ended up visiting there 3 times in the 4 nights we stayed. The thick, fresh noodles were so addictive and the enormous bowls they served them in were such a fun novelty. The shop only serves 2 styles. One is the classic belt noodle called Biang mian, and the other is a thicker square noodle with savoury mincemeat sauce. Of course, I chose the classic Biang and some cold vegetable dishes to start. We've got some broccoli with some Sichuan peppercorns and chilli. We've got some cucumber, it's really crunchy and nice. A little bit of tomato, which is a surprise, but it tastes great. And here come the noodles. Oh my god. Thank you. Wow. Alright. You gotta see this. The noodles are topped with chili flakes and seasoning and then splashed with hot oil to create the sauce. Obligatory mix up. Oh god. Wow, so nice and red. I'm so scared I'm gonna flick sauce all over myself. Oh my god, look at these. Super fat, chewy. The only way you can really eat them is by shoveling the start of one in your mouth. Yeah. Oh, it's taking me ages to get a grip. It's a bite and wipe situation. It's not just chili oil noodles in the bowl though. You can see that there are a few pieces of potato, carrot and some blanched greens, woodier mushrooms and spring onions. Typically there's a seasoned soy and or vinegar added to make the base along with all those chili flakes. Oh, the flavour is so good. There's so much fragrance from the chili, but it's not spicy. I mean, it's a little spicy, but barely. I would call this like an Aussie medium. So what's the story with the water, the noodle water? Since the noodles are served dry style, restaurants often leave kettles of hot noodle water out for patrons to sip on as an alternative to soup. You might find you just want a little bit of like liquid lubrication. It's resourceful and also hydrating. Oh, that was so good. So stuffed now, but we're just going to grab some beers and head back to the hotel because tomorrow we're catching our train to Lanzhou. I've got plenty of content in Lanzhou, the land of beef noodles and other Hui Muslim delights like milk chicken and lamb dumplings. We'll be continuing our trip along the Silk Road all the way to Uzbekistan, so be sure to subscribe and follow along on Instagram and TikTok at Cami Noodle.